This is Enola.
What?
The director is. There's no camera on us today. Take one scene then.
Yeah.
Are we rolling?
Rolling.
Is this live?
Rolling. Is this live?
Is this live?
Oh my God.
Are you recording?
Are you
Big dicks.
All right, big dicks. Why? What is going on, guys? Welcome to our first episode. Official named episode, Stream Junkies. Today we're gonna be talking about Enola Holmes, but first we're gonna get through our what is it called?
A little housekeeping.
A little bit of
each
housekeeping.
episode. Yeah.
I'm Win,
I'm Will.
and welcome to our first episode.
Or like
Well, this is our second episode of like stream
yes,
stuff.
but
Yeah.
we've got a name now. Stream
We
Junkies.
officially have a name, Stream Junkies.
So for starting off with housekeeping, theaters are kind of already shut down by the time this comes out, and so it's going to be kind of hard, I would say, to do our big feature podcast.
Yeah.
So we're going to find maybe a way around that. Stuff comes out at home, stuff like that. We'll figure something out. But an idea we're throwing around right now is the idea of doing like a topic instead of a movie. And we had talked about in the Mulan episode doing like a Disney like remake versus original, like talking about the gross, like is it worth it, just remakes in general. So if it comes to that, that's what we're gonna do. If not, we'll figure it out.
If they're doing home release or like mainly like what do you call that? Mainly the on-demand stuff, then that's probably what we're gonna do, and we're not gonna count it as a stream streamcast kind of thing. So
because it was supposed to be released in
Yeah.
theaters essentially.
it's like the Black Widow, where it's kind of teetering between like it's probably gonna be on demand at some point.
I think. Well, we'll see. It got pushed
got
back.
it got pushed back
pretty
like with
far.
the other
so
things.
I think it'll. But yeah. So for right now, the big feature podcast is kind of in flux. I would say, expect we've seen the movies X-Men and Infidel for our next episode, but I would say after that we'll tell y'all. We'll know by then. By the time we're shooting that, we will let y'all know what we're gonna do with it. So on to the book club. So this week, Altered States, that's the video or the movie we watched for our what did I fucking call it?
Film
club, the film reports.
Mm-hmm.
That's a play on book reports, just so I have that out there and recorded. It's like a book report but for a film. So
Except it's not structured like a book report.
kind of is.
Well,
at least how I remember
we're
book
like
reports in middle
we're
school.
figuring that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it'll become one or something. I don't know. But yes, so Altered States came out. Go watch that video. It should be up on the channel. Like and comment, all that good stuff, please. We will, for this week, we will have announced it on the episode. Hi, Dad. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Bye, Dad.
Boy, am I glad I did.
Oh, it wouldn't matter.
Oh, really?
I mean, it's whatever. You're 21. You can do whatever.
That's true.
So yeah, for the book club this week, we've announced the movie on there. We'll announce it here as well. It's Little Shop of Horrors. Sticking with the Halloween theme, we're gonna have a musical horror movie of a sense.
Okay.
It's
Is there hits? Is there any hits that we know?
maybe you may know some songs, but yes, Little Shop of Horrors is the movie. We won't get too into it because go watch the Altered States video. We'll give some info there on it. So another thing some of y'all may notice, we've got a new table. And it's made by our lovely man behind the camera, Matthew. You're very much welcome. I didn't say thank you, I don't think.
I don't know. I don't think so either. He's just
But
assuming
thank you,
we're thanking
Matthew.
him.
We do really appreciate it. It would have taken me forever. So
But it would have taken his dad maybe an hour.
yes, and it took Matthew like 2 days. So
Yeah.
yes. So but yeah, new table set. We've got some new standees up. We're just gonna be rotating stuff. By the end of October, I'd like to have it almost completely Halloween type themed, if we can figure some stuff out. We're gonna turn the light on in the middle of the podcast. Boom, boom.
Professional here. Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. But again, new table, sets changing as always. Got the movies changing, every pop stuff like that. I'm sure if you've watched our episodes, you've noticed. But again, just in the light of that, we'll mention stuff is always changing around here.
There's going to be a lot of different changes because we're still trying to figure out what's going on.
Yes.
Well, in terms of like what we want to do, I mean, we literally just finished talking about how the remote ideas that we have.
Yes.
That's basically...
which is essentially like a vlog of sorts, or just a like stupid video we're making. Like, I could almost see some of those turning into like shorts, but like very short, like 5-minute, maybe 2-minute shorts, just of us kind of either
Screwing
being
around.
stupid, like stuff like that. So
it's basically just a break from all of this for like everyone to watch.
Yeah.
In case, it does get tiring when you just all you do is like talk about movies.
Yes, because I'm sure not everyone will be wanting to watch an hour and a half podcast about movies. So we're more talented than that. And with what little talent we have, we
make
can,
up for it.
Yes, we've got. It's the personality, Win. It's the personality. But yeah, we're still figuring stuff out, like our schedule. Right now, we're gonna be trying. I would say there's no set schedule. We'll have one of those hopefully in a week or two. But I would say we're looking to do 3 videos a week. That's kind of a goal. But there's no like set schedule for those videos. So,
because we like some of us have jobs, and when we're recording this, we're really like juggling like who's not gonna be here and who's here, and sometimes some people are more important, and sometimes some people are.
Nobody's more important. More everybody's equal here.
Yeah.
But
sometimes.
like, yes, everything is. This channel is in flux because even before this comes out, there should be a video up there. We are announcing that our old channel name is dead.
Yeah.
TBA Entertainment's gone. It's out of here.
Dead. You can still search it though.
Rest in peace. But we are now the continuity crew, and we have been pretty much since after the first video we posted. But like, we're just mentioning it now because these are like pre-recorded and like stuff's like out of the time framing is weird with all of our stuff. But hopefully we'll get to a point where everything's like we're getting the movie podcast out a couple days or a day after. Like I'm gonna hopefully learn to edit, help our man here editing out because he's the only one doing it and he's killing it. He's doing great. So we will hopefully
stay up till 4 for that.
Yes, you're doing great, and we appreciate it because the content I think looks great. I watch it occasionally.
Yeah, I play it in the background.
But we're somewhat entertaining. I'd like to think.
I hope we're entertaining.
Yeah,
but we're still trying to figure out. We're just trying to get comfortable with the camera.
Yes.
Admittedly, I've kind of done this kind of thing before with like my old YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So I'm a little more comfortable, but like.
I'll never forget the one video where you accidentally put like 4 views in the same video.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that was great.
I did that on purpose.
I remember that.
I was trying to throw people off with that video.
It was good.
I also just learned how to clone myself, so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna do this.
Go watch that video. We'll put your channel down.
I actually did. I don't have it anymore.
Oh,
there's only one video on that channel, but I will be making videos soon though.
Yes,
I want to make videos on that. No, not in there. No, I have the BTS ones that we have for like.
I looked at your channel recently and saw that, but no,
It's
we're good. But last thing I think for like housekeeping we'll kind of mention is like our social media, because that's also just gonna be in flux. So we're trying to figure it out right now. Instagram, I would say, is
at the time we're filming this. Yeah.
Yes, Instagram is our like biggest. Like we're posting on there as much as we can. Facebook. By now this comes out, I hope we have like a Facebook page of some sorts running. I would say Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, obviously, and I don't think we mentioned it maybe on any of our episodes of just wanting to get them on Apple and Spotify and stuff, but absolutely, we need to look into that. And hopefully by the time this is out, we've got a link down in the description and you can go do that. So just like speaking of all just socials and stuff, like Instagram, follow us on there, like our photos, comment, like tell us what you want to see. Assuming the Facebook page is up, like go there, follow it, like it, all that good stuff. We'll have the Patreon, I think, is set
It's
up.
set up, but
We're,
it's not complete.
again, we're trying to figure out perks, stuff like that, what we want to put on there. But again, hopefully by the time this is up, it'll be down there. We'll have it in the description.
You want to hear a fact?
I'd love to hear a fact.
I'm currently working on like merch stuff for us.
Hell yes.
I'm trying to do some artwork, just digital art stuff. Like I have one that's like themed for Dawn of the Dead. I have that theme, like the ones that the reason why I took pictures of your T-shirts because I was like, this is really interesting. But what if we replaced our faces on there?
Shout out to Graveyard Goods.
Yeah.
Love you. But yes, so yes, follow us on all social medias, subscribe, all that good stuff. Like,
watch our videos.
Please. I know some of them are long. Just listen to them in the background. Listen to them while you drive. Like,
if you get sick and tired of like 21 Savage, just listen to us. You know?
Yeah, you know, you get. I mean, just give us a chance.
Just give us some love.
Please.
No, we're just here to have fun though.
Yes, we're having this has been fun. I've loved everything we're doing, and we're hoping to continue doing it and all that.
It's keeping us busy, distracted.
My kind of thinking behind all this, and this is somewhat sidetracked. We will get, and I don't think we mentioned it. We've mentioned it in the last episode, but we're talking about Enola Holmes today.
Yeah.
You would have seen that in the video, just like name, but yes, I don't think we mentioned that. But we're talking about Enola Holmes today. So we'll get to that, but like, yes, this is a good distraction for like the world right now and just like the crazy times we're living in, but also like personally, everyone I follow or on YouTube or whatever, it's just not posting as much, and it's because it's hard right now to either make content and stuff. There's just not
to be original.
Stuff like that. I mean, it's not like two guys talking in a mic about movies is original, but like. But we'll hopefully have some original shorts eventually in the future. Like our goal is definitely to have one out by the end of the month of some sorts.
Yeah, I do have something written for that.
Awesome. So, yeah. So hopefully expect something coming. But yes, all that like housekeeping stuff is just to like let y'all know that the channel's kind of in a crazy flux right now. We're gonna get everything set, but we're figuring out. I'm new to this. Wynn's had a little experience. I mean, Matthew and Jacob, they're good with all that technological stuff. I'm not at all, but they're guiding.
We're figuring it out.
Yes, we're all figuring it out and we're all learning, I would say. But yes, we're getting there. But yeah, I think that's everything. Oh, one thing, because I think we did it in one of our episodes. We need to kind of get a set, almost not script, but things we do in the episode. What did you watch this week?
Oh God, I forgot what it was called. Come back to me.
Come back to you. So this week, let's see. I mean, I watched Enola Holmes, of course, because we're gonna talk about it. I watched The Thing, the remake. Just a little fact about me. The Thing, the original, one of my favorite movies. Love that movie. Probably, I mean, there's Jaws is my favorite movie, but other horror, I don't know. I definitely have a theme for my favorite movies being horror, but like The Thing's up there. Love the soundtrack, all that good stuff. I watched The Thing, the remake though, not so great. I'm gonna give it quick like 4 out of 10 maybe. Then I watched Training Day, Denzel Washington, Ethan Hawke. I'm gonna give that maybe like an 8, 9 out of 10. That movie was incredible. Denzel's insane and Ethan Hawke's is great as always. And then that may honestly be it, because also just busy week.
Busy week.
Yes, like I'll do a little shout out to myself that I got a new position at my job. I'm going to become an assistant manager where I'm working, so that's very exciting. But Wynn, what have you watched this week? Coming back,
it's the one with the Jack Nicholson movie where he was like in an institution or whatever.
Oh, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Yeah.
That
I'm
movie,
literally just looking at it.
Yes, that movie's incredible.
I haven't like completely finished it because like I fell asleep. But I like it so far.
Oh my God, that's up there. That may be my. Ooh, that's tough to say. But
that's your favorite Jack Nicholson movie?
That might be. I love The Shining with all my heart, but like performance wise, that one's insane. And the evil nurse, I can't remember her name, but she's also great.
Oh, Ratched, Nurse Ratched.
Is that her name?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because like she has her own TV show.
Okay, I didn't.
That's
know.
literally what's called Ratched.
I did not know that personally.
Yeah. We found out because I was watching this with a friend. We found out that it's by this. I think it's by the same book, or something like that. And
Like
it's
I
Nurse
believe
Ratched.
you, but like I'm still gonna check.
Yeah, check it. While he was looking that up, back
Yes.
to the question, what I watched. I kind of revisited like other things. So like not revisited, but I tried watching Bates Motel because like that was one of those shows that was like recommended to me like a long time ago, and I've been meaning to watch it, so I just watched it. You know what? It's pretty alright.
Yeah.
It's got the lady from The Conjuring though. What's her name?
Wait, what's the name?
Bates Motel.
I know she was in that. The like lead lady.
Yeah, yeah,
You-
like the ones that like she gets like sensitive about spirits and shit.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I didn't.
I keep cussing.
Oh wow. Okay, you're right.
Yeah, it's Nurse Ratched.
It is Nurse Ratched, and I will look up. Do you mean the the main lady from The Conjuring?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Elizabeth Warren's her name, but oh god, I love her. She's great in The Conjuring movie.
She was pretty good on this.
Con-
Really, like in the first or second episode.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think is that like the Vieira Farmiga. Vieira.
That's her. Yeah.
Yeah, she's great. I
Yeah.
love her. One thing, just we're getting kind of sidetracked, but like, did you ever see The Nun?
No, I'm
So-
not willing to watch the Conjuring movies.
I love the
They're
first
so
two.
bad.
I love the first two. They're so good. Probably some of the best horror movies besides like Hereditary or Midsummer. But like, the person they casted as like the main character to like go up against the nun, she was also a nun. Looks exactly like her. It's very weird.
I thought at first it was
Let me look her up, honestly.
what's his name? God damn it, dude! It's going away in my head. It's going bye-bye.
They may be related.
Oh.
They have the last name.
It looks like her. They're related.
Oh, they're related. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're related.
Gyllenhaal, what's her name?
They're sisters, Maggie and Jake.
Maggie Gyllenhaal. I thought that was Maggie Gyllenhaal.
I
Like,
could
for
see
some
that.
reason,
I could
like
see that. Oh, okay, yeah, but yeah, totally related. I did not know that until just now, and
that she's in Bates Motel.
well, no, just that those two people were
Are
related,
sisters.
or sisters. I was like, wow, they look a lot alike. I guess that was just really good casting to kind of be like, oh, it's in the same universe or whatever. No, they're just sisters.
No, they couldn't cast the other one, so they went for the sisters.
Well, no, she's like a completely different character. I think she's actually in the other Conjuring. She's in The Nun at the end. That's how they're like, oh, yes, this is how the nun gets tied in or whatever.
If this episode itself gets like 20 likes, I'll watch the whole Conjuring and then I'll
please
post
like
it.
this. Please
and
like
I'll
this.
post it.
Like
I
I
can tell
love
you
the
now.
Conjuring movies.
will hate
That
it.
would be a good little. That's an idea. We find for a video, little debate,
Yeah.
have our like Matthew over here, like what third person, whatever it's called, like
Moderate, yeah.
moderate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's I actually
gonna
kind of
hate
like that. We could totally do that. That'd be kind of fun. We'll see. Also, just again sidetracked, but like, what else has this podcast been? But like, I'd love to do another idea, just throw like a live stream type stuff where we just talk about movies.
Yeah.
And I could see that maybe going up on Facebook.
Yeah.
Maybe if we can figure out how to stream it multiple places at like once,
I know how.
then we could like do a YouTube live stream, and that'd
There's
be
like
fun.
a way to do it where like you could split it to like YouTube Gaming, Twitch, and Facebook.
Yeah, I mean, let's get in that Twitch game. But yeah, I think that okay. I think now. Well, is there anything else you watched?
No.
Okay, yeah, I would think that's probably
I've been busy with this.
it. Yes, I mean, and you're killing it. Everyone here's killing it. But yeah,
Expensive, but
I think that's everything for housekeeping. I'm sure we'll stray off while we're talking about Enola Holmes, but yes, that's everything that we need
we
to.
have written down pretty much.
Yeah, that we have written down. That's our script.
Yep.
That's the show.
Oh, the show scripted.
Oh, just kidding. Okay, I think it's time. We're gonna move on to Enola Holmes.
Very exciting.
Very exciting because I think we both have two very different
Different opinions. About
different opinions. So I think that this will make for a good episode. And
Stay tuned.
starting right now. Okay, so now we're gonna hop into talking about
movie.
Enola Holmes.
I didn't know it was a movie.
Yeah, you
Fun
kept.
fact, I thought it was a series.
I know you kept mentioning like as a series and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, does he think it's a show?
You know, I think for some reason I thought this was a show because like
I
this
could
is
see it
a
as a
this is
show.
a mystery
I
movie
could
kind
see
of
it
thing.
as a show.
Yeah.
Definitely. But I think I'll let you take the lead on this one, good sir. Because,
How do you want me to take it?
Well, give your opinion, and I
Oh, God.
we'll just talk about it. Like, literally, my first note isn't very good, so I'm gonna throw it to you to start us off. Your notes were pretty
Yeah.
solid.
I think what we're gonna do here is we're gonna talk about like
Oh yeah, so let's
Enola
start.
Holmes itself,
Yes.
the movie, and then we're gonna talk about the characters because I actually have that written down.
We could do like a plot. Like try to be non-spoiler.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
As
if you
we
don't
do.
know,
As we
Enola Holmes, backwards stands for alone, apparently, because she repeats that like 3 or 4 times in the movie.
Yes.
Enola Holmes is a part of the Sherlock Holmes world, except it's not actually from Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's Sherlock Holmes books. This is actually a new one. It's a teen, like young adult mystery novel stuff.
Yeah, it's like Nancy Drew in
yeah.
the 1800s.
Yeah, but this was like created in like 2009 or 2010, like the books for Enola Holmes. I'm gonna butcher that name like every now and then because
Enola?
we've been calling it Ebola this
Oh
entire time.
well, yeah. Literally, my phone would correct it to Ebola, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that's pretty funny.
Yeah. So this is created by lady.
Ebola isn't funny. though.
What's her name?
It's a very sad disease.
I have her name in here. I lost her name.
Oh, so it's the
Nancy Springer. The books are created by Nancy Springer.
okay.
I don't remember who directed it. Can you look that up for me, please?
I will.
I don't remember the director. As far as I could tell, this movie was a very feminist-driven kind of movie, but it really doesn't. It doesn't spit in your face.
Yes,
is what I'm trying to say.
That's what I had that written down as well. This definitely has feminist themes,
Yeah.
but I enjoyed them. Like it wasn't like the biggest thing, and it's not the worst thing like in the world. Like I honestly love the scene in game
Yeah.
when they're all there, like all the women. It is a good scene, but it's very much
Yeah.
look
A lot
at
of
me.
times it's just really cringy. I think that's really my problem with feminists. Like when they add that kind of thing, it's just really cringy. But at the same time, it's like I don't really mind it.
Well,
I mean,
and just like complete opposite, I think the scene they did in Infinity War when all the girls team up.
I like that scene. That was
it flowed
probably
well. It's
yeah.
like- and this flowed incredibly well.
Yeah.
Like I knew it had those themes, but like it wasn't like in my face down my
Yeah.
like I was just like okay, yeah, like awesome, yes.
What you guys don't realize though is that like recently we've been watching movies. Like I think the last 2 movies that we talked about were Milan and Antebellum. They were women driven, and that's actually surprisingly not feminist driven. Because like normally I would think like they would like
kind
they
of
would,
push it.
Yeah, they would push it harder
This,
and harder.
yeah, because I mean Mulan, sure, because that's kind of the whole
Yeah.
story. Is it's a female warrior, like going and.
But it wasn't annoying though.
No, yeah,
Yeah,
and
it was-
neither was this. I mean, at
No,
least to
this
me, it
wasn't
was
at all
low.
annoying.
But yeah, so just continue. And director of Enola Holmes is Harry Bradbeer.
Yeah.
And
He
let's-
directed a movie that I thought was an insult. Someone was I was watching a review for this movie, just to see like what other people said about it.
Oh,
Fleabag.
Yes,
Yeah.
Fleabag. Love
Yeah,
that show.
I thought someone was
Love
like
that show.
insulting him like by Fleabag, and I was like, oh
That's
wow.
why I know him too.
Yeah.
Oh, Fleabag is incredible. Highly recommend. That's on Amazon Prime. It won a few Emmys. It's so good.
Oh yeah. So just to move past that and give a synopsis, Enola Holmes is about a young lady who's a sibling of like Sherlock Holmes and Mycroft Holmes.
Played by Millie Bobby Brown.
Played by Millie Bobby Brown, which is very impressive that she carried this entire movie. I will mention that again
She
later.
Definitely did.
So this movie is about her trying to figure out where her mom went, and kind of like the mystery of that is that her mom is involved in something big, which again goes back to like politics.
Yes.
It's kind of alright though. It goes back to the politics of things. But along the way, while she's figuring this stuff out, she meets a guy. Her name's like Twerkberry.
Twixberry.
What's his name?
Twixberry.
Twixberry. Twixberry?
Tewsbury. Twixberry.
Yeah, that name.
Yes. And then
she meets him, and then at some point she figures out what happened and why people are after him.
Yes.
So this is
I thought
a non-spoiler summary.
yes, it's and yeah, just characters. You got Enola, Millie Bobby Brown, Sherlock Holmes, the man of the hour, Henry Cavill. Then you got Mycroft Holmes, which I have a little note saying that why is there another brother? I'm sure there was, and maybe the books.
Yeah, that's Mycroft. He's like
But it's just
they kind of have a love and hate relationship.
But why?
What, Mycroft?
Yes, but why?
He's kind of the more emotional and annoyed part of Sherlock Holmes. So he's like
I can
the
see
controlling brother.
I can see that.
Yeah, that
And
was his role in the
then
old book.
You've
books.
got Mycroft, Sam Claflin. I'm gonna say Claflin. And then you've got Eudora Holmes, the mom, played by Helena Bonham Carter. Love her. I feel like we've mentioned her.
Yeah,
I always forget her name.
Yeah.
Helena
Helen.
Bonham Carter. That's just it's a lot.
she
of
needs
words.
a different name.
It's just a lot of
Just
words.
give her one name, you know,
Helena
goth
Carter.
because she's been in goth movies.
But like she does the opposite as well. But
yeah, that's true.
But
she's good.
and then I would say the other one who matters is Twixberry, played by
I hate
Louis Partridge. So
Don't like him.
anything else? You can continue. That was just my little.
I think I want to talk about like a non-spoiler review of like each character,
Okay.
because like I wrote down like Millie Bobby Brown was able to carry this entire movie,
I would agree with that.
which is
100%.
very hard for like I'm not gonna say it's just her, but she's like the main character for this movie. So for her to be able to carry this entire 2-hour-long movie,
Yeah.
and make it entertaining was impressing me.
Yeah, because she's Millie Bobby. She's 17. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, she's 16 or 17, and she's for a young actor. Seriously though, like her acting skills are way better than what you see nowadays. You look at like Dak Shepard, who's like a comedian, and he's a really bad actor. I'm just saying. Do you know who Dak Shepard is? He's the one from what is
oh yes.
Chip.
Yes, I know.
The remake of Chip.
I know who Chips. Yeah,
He's pretty bad. I
Yes.
don't like him.
But
Millie
yes,
Bobby Brown is
Millie
killing it.
Bobby Brown kills it. The the breaking the fourth wall segments, like they didn't carry this movie. It's just a part I loved in this movie.
Yeah.
Like it's like I don't feel like very many movies kind of do it. Well, I think what it made it different, it was in the like 1800s
Yeah.
and stuff. When I think like fourth wall breaks, I think Deadpool.
Yeah.
Or just like a newer like time set movie.
Yeah.
But this one's like it's 1800s, and she's like, hey, like
Yeah.
how are you guys? Like
I do want to admit that I do like this format where it's like the main character talking to the audience in a fourth wall
Yes.
break than an actual narrator,
Yes.
because I feel like you connect with a character more when you're when they're talking to you. 'Cause, like,
100%.
when we talked about Devil all the time, I had a complaint with the narrator, and
And it's just
I really
kinda-
thought that he could have just been gone, and
Yes.
the movie would have still made sense.
Yes, I would agree. Because
Um,
but like again, just how it worked in Enola Holmes, I feel like you couldn't have had Tom Holland and Devil all the time, like looking at the screen, because it's
Yeah.
a different movie. It's a different movie
Yeah.
completely.
Yeah.
So,
But him narrating it would have been better though, like just him talking about like
I don't know.
about his life. But anyways, the reason why I pointed that out, because I usually have a complaint with young actors,
Mhm.
and that's usually like they either overdo it or they don't do enough.
Okay.
And what by that I mean, like, they're given like lines and then they just do it. And then some actors are like very buoyant about, not buoyant, what am I talking about? Very like above and beyond in terms of like the way they say things.
Yeah, they overdo it.
Yeah, they just
They-
overdo it.
And I would say there's definitely some exceptions, like Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah.
I would still count him as a pretty
Yeah.
young actor.
Yeah.
God, I will butcher her name, but her last name's Rowan. She's been like nominated for Lady Bird Girl. Something.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about. I don't remember her name.
It's something Rowan, and literally I love her.
Yeah, when we talk about young actors, literally probably the best examples are like Stranger Things for good actors. What's her name?
Fuck.
Sawyer's Ronan. Sawyer's Ronan. I don't know how to say that.
I'm sorry.
Sawyer's Ronan.
That's fine. We don't. Oh, I love her. She's great. Timothy Chalamet's in that as well.
How old is he?
Chalamet's got to be. Guesses. Go.
17, 18.
Oh, he's older than that.
Okay, 20.
I'm gonna say 20. He's 20. I saw it too late. It's 24. He's 24.
Oh, he's 24.
So he must have been.
No, he doesn't count. He's an adult.
Yeah. Well, I was just talking Lady Bird. He had to have been 21, 20.
I can see that. Yeah.
20. So that was 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, she does great.
Yeah,
like,
Millie Bobby Brown is great in this movie.
I think all the kids from like Stranger Things are all very, very good actors.
Yeah.
Like all the kids, because Finn Wolfhard was in Stranger Things, and then he did great. All the kids in it did great.
And
those are good child actors. That's a good example.
Yeah, he's gonna be in like the new Ghostbusters movie.
Yes, that I'm excited about.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. Now the 2016 movie, which is pretty bad. We should talk about that at some point.
That'd be a good one.
I want to talk about that at some point. But yeah, moving on like to Twerksberry or whatever his name is.
Yes.
I didn't like him at all.
Yeah.
Because he was just like this, like regular. They have in every young adult movie / book, there's always like the smug, arrogant, like teenage heartthrob kind of dude. Like
this
they're supposed to be
right
love
here.
interest. Yeah, he just fits that category so well. Like he is the person that I would imagine. Like, oh, like she found someone who's like so beautiful or whatever, kind-hearted soul, like that kind of thing. Yeah, that's what I imagine.
It was. I enjoyed this movie a lot, but it was very predictable.
Yeah.
I will admit that, and that's just kind of it's a teen like.
It fits a young adult
mystery story, and I liked it, and honestly, I enjoy most of the movies like that. It's because of the simple-minded, but also like I can appreciate.
It's easy to follow.
Yes.
Yeah. It's
compared
one of those movies.
to like some of the other stuff we've watched recently. This was a nice little.
This was a very
it was
nice little
change.
slow break.
Yes, absolutely.
Moving on again to Sherlock. Not gonna lie, he wasn't enough for me.
That's the problem. I would agree with Sherlock and Mycroft. They're just not in it that much.
Yeah.
And it probably they would have been great if they were in it more, but I don't think it would have made the movie any better.
No, I don't think so. Because like I think it would be more distracting if you actually added them. But again, I think they cut Henry Cavill's lines like a few times.
I could see that.
Because there's things that he just like casually just like knows, and then we don't get an explanation. But I guess it's Sherlock, so I guess he's supposed to know.
Sherlock Holmes. So.
Power of deduction.
Yes.
For this role, I don't think it's befitting him, honestly.
I don't know. I could see because you think what Sherlocks we've had Cumberbatch as a show, and then Downey Jr. as movies, and I can't think of any other like very mainstream Sherlocks.
There's probably other ones that
I would say those are but like if Henry Cavill was to play Sherlock, I would consider that mainstream in a sense.
Yeah.
So I think I could see a more serious tone type Sherlock Holmes movie with him being it. So I personally loved him. I loved him as Sherlock. Like I could just see it. I also really liked seeing Sherlock just being this huge dude. Like it's he's still
so distracting to me.
I'm like, I mean, he's not like The Rock, but he's still like jacked, and I'm just like, yep, Sherlock Holmes could just like knock me out.
Honestly though, like the way it's just his stature and the way he reacts to things is basically the same all throughout like his acting career.
Yeah.
Except for like maybe Mission Impossible, where he actually didn't just do the casual glance where he's like, oh, because like in Superman, he's like that. He does do that.
Yeah. He does his little.
Yeah. In Superman, he just smolders. He's just like,
He's like, yes.
People are
this is
stupid.
The humming part of
it.
But yes, I would say I enjoyed it, but I can see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I should argue with you for content, but I see what you're saying. So
No, he. I bet he wasn't given much though. So I
think
I'll give him a pass for that because we don't. I don't. I'm not gonna say like what's going on for his character or what he got or received as a source material. I mean, he does have a lot of source material, but for this role at least, this is very specific to this movie because this doesn't follow the old Sherlock Holmes kind of movies or books. So I'll give him a pass for that. But Mycroft, I don't really have a complaint about. Mycroft was all right. I think he was good though. I like the way.
I enjoy Mycroft, and I literally did not know who he was until just now. He's the Finnick guy from Catching Fire.
Yeah.
He's in Adrift. Highly recommend that movie. That movie's on Netflix. You should watch that. Very good romantic movie. Me Before You. Love this guy. I did not know how much I love this guy until I just looked. So
I just thought of this. You know who'd be a good Sherlock Holmes for this movie?
Who?
David Tennant.
Oh,
I would have loved to see
that would be. Could see that more as Enola, like Millie Bobby Brown and David Tennant. That's also because I love David Tennant. Yeah. But that is a very good casting. That's something. Just another idea, throwing it out there. Yeah. We could recast movies whenever
whenever we don't like a character or an actor in a movie.
No. Just even them. We watch a movie and we're like, okay, let's recast the entire movie. Go. Yeah. Like Millie Bobby Brown, someone completely different. I would pick, I don't know, the girl, we couldn't say her names.
Yeah.
So Rise Ronan. It's like, she's great. But sorry, adjusting to the new table. Now I'm comfortable. Now we can continue.
All right. So other characters, I think this is maybe the last, or maybe there's like 2 or 3 more. Eudora Holmes, played by
the mother,
Elena Bonham Carter. Yep.
Yes,
she was in Alice in Wonderland, I think.
Alice in Wonderland.
That's the only thing I can remember.
Fight
her
Club.
Harry
Potter,
yeah.
Cinderella, I believe. Nutcracker. She's in stuff.
She's in mostly Disney stuff. But she was lovely in this movie. I mean, she had a very bold presence, and I really like that. She was a strong character, and I commend her for that because I think other people probably could have done this, but not the way she did it.
I would agree with that. She's got a very not specific. I would say specific acting style. Yeah. She's just she's like what you're very pronounced. She's very bold with her acting, and she's very good at doing it too. Yeah. You're I feel how she's feeling, or just her acting coming through the screen essentially. But yeah, is that all your characters?
Wait, honorable mentions. Adil Akhtar, she was the Lestrade, Detective Lestrade. He was like that.
Yes.
He was I like that guy. He's a funny dude. And then Susan Wokoma, she was Edith. She was the fighting lady.
Yes.
Hated that little scene though, but she was a good actor.
Yeah, literally. So I think we'll say that's the non-spoiler section. So we're gonna hop into spoilers because I will jump to what you were saying. So not spoilers in 10, 9.
All right, welcome to the spoiler section.
Yeah, so spoiler section starting now.
We give you a chance to move. Not move.
Go watch the movie now.
Go watch a movie right now.
Go watch the movie. Go watch something. Go watch one of our videos, like the Tenet podcast.
Yeah. Yeah.
While you watch the movie.
But watch at the same time.
Multitask. Okay, so yeah, spoilers.
This movie sucked.
As you were saying though, with the fighting scene with the Edith character, literally, I felt like that entire scene was so she could do the corkscrew thing.
Yeah.
That was it. That was it. And the other and to give her mom some depth as character, she's in the secret group of women.
Just to nitpick just a little bit. This director cannot direct extras. Because while I was watching that fight scene, the entire time, everyone was just prancing around ugh. And then there would be talking in the background. I know how this works. They don't have the extras talking, so when they're pretending to talk, it's so half-assed. Someone's just
I definitely noticed that as well. I can think of
it was so distracting.
Yeah.
I wish, because when she arrived in the place, right? Enola, when she arrived in the place, she was in the coffee shop. You would hear people getting banged or getting thrown on the floor or whatever, and then she gets.
That was
So immature, Matthew. No, she like people would get thrown on the ground and then the thing would shake. And then she gets up there and everyone's just like prancing, kind of like just doing pushes or like pretending to be pretending to fall or whatever. I thought that was like one of the examples that I just put out there for this person can't direct extras for shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
I could see that.
I said a bad word.
But yeah, so it's whatever. It's fine. If you're watching it this far, YouTube didn't watch it this far to demonetize us. So, but yeah, one note I had, it seems like this movie probably could have been PG.
Yeah. Man.
Like the only thing it said, like rating wise, was like some violence.
Yeah.
And the two things I could think of are at the very end, because up until maybe an hour and a half, I'm like, I don't see why this is PG.
The part where she was fighting that guy in the alley.
Yes.
Yeah, I think that was like.
And there's some points of like distress.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
And like the Twixberry gets shot by Grandma. There's the twist. Grandma wants to kill Twixberry. We didn't.
Should have killed him. Honestly, I wish.
Oh man, should have went for the head.
What's funny is that like when I saw that I was like, yes.
That would have been a quarter in the jar for the MCU.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it should have been PG.
It should have been PG, but there's like minor scratches and bruises. So
Yeah. So, and it's
too
some
much for
people
kids.
are sensitive with like
Blood.
also just a 17-year-old girl getting the crap beat out of her. So
that's true.
which I guess and the assassin.
Well, she was fighting back, so I mean,
the assassin
what's the
guy
problem
getting
there?
his head caved in.
Oh yeah, that's
But
true.
it's like barely, and then he kind of is still alive, and
Yeah.
then he's like not. But I think could have maybe been PG. They could have just kind of cut some of that stuff out, but that's just me.
yeah, maybe it was too much for like kids under 13.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like they're playing like Call of Duty or GTA 5 anyways.
Yeah. And then one thing we already kind of touched on it. I don't know why they added Mycroft, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, I kind of understand it.
I get the whole like, oh, she's my ward type
Yeah.
stuff going on. Like, that's fine. Like, I get that. But also, he could have just been like Cavill being like, oh, I don't want her as my ward. And then he comes to the realization, oh, I do want her as my ward. Like,
Admittedly, that's not very Sherlock though. Like,
which is fair.
yeah, I think that's the only thing that they try to avoid.
It's just fine. But that's just me. I didn't think they needed Mycroft. They could have adjusted the story a little.
Yeah, that's true. And this is a different Sherlock though, so I should compare it to the old one because like, fun fact, the Conan Doyle estate, like the people who own the rights to like Sir Conan Doyle's old Sherlock books.
Yes.
So they own like 10 books of those, I think. But they sued this film because Sherlock showed emotion, which isn't very Sherlock apparently. So they showed this. They sued this film because of that, but they lost like the rights for a few other movies because of
that's interesting.
Yeah, it's very weird, and this is why I say this is a different Sherlock.
I
Because,
I
Sherlock
could
doesn't
definitely
show
though
emotions.
see this getting a sequel and.
No, okay, so that's one of the things I didn't like about this movie.
Mhm.
Is because this was very sequel driven. Like I saw that from the very beginning. Like you watch it and you meet Tewksbury or whatever his name is. You meet him and you're like, okay, this is gonna be where the story is
Yes.
probably gonna be focusing on.
I would agree because
Instead of the
literally,
mom.
like as soon as we meet Tewksbury on the train and stuff, I'm like, oh god, there's a boy.
Yeah.
Please don't be a love interest. Please don't be a love interest. And even in my notes, like I'm like, oh god, he's a love interest.
Yeah.
As soon as like I
Yeah.
knew, I'm like, dang, like it just didn't even need that.
No.
Like even to stick to like the feminist themes, like
Yeah.
you don't need no man.
Yeah,
Like,
I would have loved it if she solved her mom's disappearance, sort of like if she
Yes.
tried finding her mom instead of like solving the crime.
and I
for
get it.
Tewksbury.
But it's like, oh, go back for
Yeah.
Tewksbury. But one thing, what I predicted the ending would be was like they were talking all about the lords and this stuff. I thought she was going to become like the
Yeah.
first female
Yeah.
lord. I'm like, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
It would. That's not how it would have worked back then at all.
No.
But it still would have been like, nice, she's a lord now. Like, yes, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But that's just where I thought it went. But in the end, Tewksbury becomes the lord
Mm-hmm.
and turns the vote that's important for how they're living and stuff, which is great. Politics, whatever. But, you know.
I like the motives for like the grandma. She's
Yes.
like, I just want to keep the power.
Yeah, she just wants to stay in power.
I just want it.
I just, like, I killed your dad, too, so. Like,
It's all good.
Yeah.
My son-in-law or her son? Is it her son?
It's
that
gotta
she killed?
be son-in-law.
What? Okay.
It's gotta be son-in-law. I would hope.
I would hope too. That's screwed up. But that's one of the problems that I have with this movie is that you know that it was gonna have a sequel.
I don't know. It may not. I could see it not. Who knows? I mean, right now it's probably doing pretty well.
It's doing well. There's a lot of
Netflix.
retweets for like sequel.
I mean, I'm for it. I could see it. I wish that this was almost actually a series. Like I could see this being,
Yeah, that's what I thought it was.
being more of a series than an actual movie. But we'll see.
I was one of the people who was excited to see a different Sherlock, i.e., Henry Cavill's Sherlock. Like I would have like
Well, and hopefully
watched this and binged this.
I would hope they'd have like they figure out that right stuff and have more Sherlock, because I'm sure that's why we had less, and maybe like they figure that all out. We'll see though.
I don't know if it's because of that or it's because like this movie was about Enola.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair. And I'd like to see more of Enola, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like she was a good character, and I feel like some stuff, like the mom stuff at the end, gets just wrapped up. Like,
Yeah.
She's not really solving anything.
No, she didn't. Her
just-
mom found her.
Her mom's just like, "Sup, this is a nice room." And then
I like the flowers.
yeah. So that was it.
You're
And
a
I was
woman
like,
now.
oh,
You like
okay.
flowers? All right.
Yeah.
No,
So I thought that was interesting.
I do like this movie for they didn't do the woman Sherlock route. Like they didn't just
like
have her
making
as a woman.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
making her like
Like the
essentially a
Ghostbusters.
prodigy
Yeah.
of Sherlock. She kind of goes her own path, and
Yeah.
I thought that was very, very good. Very.
I thought that was a very good approach to this because like they could have gone so many different ways.
and honestly,
for this,
that's
and
what
they
I
could have gone
expected
with,
is like the Sherlock prodigy. And
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah, and I thought it was gonna be like a woman Sherlock kind
Yeah.
of thing. But when they said like she was the sister to Sherlock, I was like, okay, this could be something interesting. And it is very interesting because she does have her own thing. She does have her own deductive thing where it's like piecing together. Like,
The
the-
codes and
yeah.
the ciphers and stuff.
That's like a very Sherlock thing to do, or like part of the Holmes.
Sherlock sense. Yes.
That's one of those things that I do want to say that I like about this movie, because like you take something like the Ghostbusters movie, or the reboot for it or
Yes.
whatever, or the remake. I don't know what they're calling it. That
It's-
was a terrible approach.
Yes.
They could have just, it was pretty bad.
It
They
was
could
not
have just,
great.
yeah, it was atrocious that they did that, and they tried to make it like likable and very up to par, or not up to par, but up to the times where
Sure,
they did
yeah.
like the EDM stuff.
Yes.
They could have taken that approach.
But they didn't. And
They
I
didn't,
thought
yeah.
it was great.
I thought it was good. In terms of like
he said it was
the
good.
character. No, I
He
didn't.
said it was good.
Hold on. And I
I'll
like
let
the
you
movie.
finish.
I just want to say I didn't actually like the movie though.
Well, yeah.
It's not-
We already meant like we'll just kind of moving along, I guess. We'll give it a rating at the end. Like the fourth wall breaks, love those. We already talked about that.
It was all right.
I thought it pushed the story along well. Like it is kind of that narrator vibe.
It's befitting to the story.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and just her character even, and like even to show like she's like her mom in a
Yeah.
sense. Like then there was one quote where she says the game is afoot, and I believe that's like a Sherlock thing or quote.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, that's cute. She's like she's a Holmes. Like we know because she's saying things Sherlock does.
Yeah.
I
I do.
look at my
Another thing that I
notes.
didn't like about
Go
this movie is that there's no payoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like she began with like looking for her mom and worried and like and all that, and then her mom finds her and it's like, well, this was a very stupid ending.
Yeah, like found mom. It was pretty much.
Mom found me. So,
Yeah,
I
it
mean,
was pretty much that was the end, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the end. That was literally the last thing you see.
That was so. Yeah, that is weird. Because even like, wasn't her mom gonna like blow up half of like England?
Yeah.
It's the.
They literally show like the TNT, not TNT, but fireworks stuff, and they
Yeah.
have like a mine or something in
Yeah,
one of the
so-
boxes.
So it's like, oh, I guess we're not gonna she doesn't
Straight up terrorist.
she didn't plant those or anything. I guess. Oh no, now she found Enola. Now she's not gonna do that anymore. But
and what I'm still wondering is who's after her, because she was like, we might be like someone might be watching us or something. It's like
just
who's watching you?
I guess you could say like the lords on the other side of that vote, maybe.
I don't know, man.
Like the mafia. Who knows?
She doesn't have any threats to go up against.
Yeah, you're not shown one at least, so it's you're like you just assume. Which this is one movie I would say it's like, oh, you just assume that.
Yeah.
There's a couple scenes you could probably do that.
Just figure it out yourself.
Yeah, and with a lot of movies, I'm not okay with that. This one, I was like, this is some good fun. Like I'm all for some good fun movie. Like it's just. Let's do it.
If it wasn't enjoyable, or if it wasn't like as attractive as like, let's say it was just a really stupid and bad movie, I would have nitpicked this. But this movie was pretty alright. I didn't like it. It's not for me. I mean, I don't like young adult kind of like books and movies or adapted movies, like Hunger Games and Divergent.
Hunger Games. Hate
all
Divergent.
That. Yeah, I don't like that because
like
it's
Fault in Our Stars.
Yeah, the Fault in Our Stars isn't bad though. I'm just saying, but those kind of things I don't tend to like because it becomes it becomes very limited to
limited and predictable.
Yeah,
and I would agree 100%. But sometimes I need limited and predictable. Like I can't be watching a Tenet or a Devil All the Time where my brain's fried at the end. So.
That's true.
So, like, sometimes
but that wasn't for young adults.
Yes, this is true. Tenet kind of, maybe, sure.
No, I'm talking about Devils All the Time.
Yes, Devil All the Time.
But as a book, I bet Devil All the Time would have been better.
Maybe.
But as a movie, I think this movie was better.
Someone should send me that book.
What? Devil All the Time? I kind of want to read it.
I would love to. Just moving on with Enola Holmes. I thought the costume design was all right.
Yeah.
And hopping also just to design, like the set design was also just all right. A lot of it felt very open.
Yeah.
And we talked about this earlier before we shot. It was just like, a lot of it's just kind of obviously CGI, and a lot of the scenes they're shooting, it's very open, and it doesn't feel like space is being filled very well. And like the costume design, it's like, oh, I mean, it looks good, but it looks like it's almost like some play. Like,
I don't know if you noticed, but when she's walking through, the costume for like the extras are brown. And when she's walking through, like when she was changing, she's the only one wearing red. Yeah. The entire time.
Yeah, well, she's got to look like a babe.
Yeah, but you're trying to like not attract attention, right?
This is true.
So, good job. You just fucked up
the new table's so sturdy.
Yeah. But yeah, no, if you're trying not to attract any attention, why would you be wearing red?
This is fair. But it's a movie, and you just assume she's fine.
Yeah, you just assume the entire movie, I guess. Yes. But the only complaint that I would have for this, in terms of like the sets, you can tell it's a set when she's in London. When she's in town, you can tell it's a set.
It's like if you walked around the corner, it'd just be
a hollowed out, empty green screen.
You'd be on another set or something. Like it is kind of.
I know for a fact that in Universal Studios they have this one section where that not Coliseum, but there's like a specific column where it looks like a Capitol area. Yeah. Yeah, there's that. It shows up in this movie, and I see it, and I'm like, yeah, this looks like it was filmed in Universal Studios. I don't think it was, but it just looks very similar.
Somebody probably knows.
Probably.
Another thing I'll add is the little like phase transition. She was like phase 1. And it's like it plays the old like film type thing, and it's like, oh, phase 2, and then they kind of stop it with like, what phase is it? Phase 4, 6, 7, and it plays through. And like, I thought that was nice, and it kind of goes along with the.
It gives it character.
It goes along with the like breaking the fourth wall type stuff.
This movie has its own character. It's very appealing. That's probably why
I would agree.
Young adults would love this more than I would. Yeah. But I want to go back to like a little bit of complaint.
Go ahead.
Another extra that I noticed. There's that one scene where Mycroft and Sherlock were standing at that circle.
Oh,
And,
yes.
Yeah, and if you watch that, there's literally just a carriage just going in circle. If you watch,
I
if you
believe
watch
it.
it,
I think I probably noticed that. I just I just didn't put it together. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I remember
if
that.
you focus your mind to that, it's literally just going in circle.
That's pretty great, honestly.
That's what I don't like about this movie. It's just the directions of like for
I
the
would agree,
extras.
and a lot of that, I think their performances are great and everything, but the direction, probably.
Oh, some of the staging too. I have a problem with a lot of them.
I would agree as well with that as well. I'm agreeing with all your discrepancies, but like I
still like the movie.
Yeah, I didn't take it away from me. Like it's just like I knew what this movie. Well, I didn't know what it was going in, but like I've got the vibe of it, and I was just like, let's do this. It's just your like young adult like mystery like Nancy Drew type movie. Like
when it comes to young adult reviews, you shouldn't listen to me because like that's not my thing. I don't like it.
I mean, you can because I'm sure someone will agree with you.
Yeah,
Mine, I'm just like I love movies, and this is easy to watch, and I'm all for something easy to watch, especially if it's 2 hours long. One thing I do with movies in theaters at home, I try to count how many times I check my phone.
Yeah.
Cause like, and then I'm like, oh, that was a like Tenet. I didn't check my phone. I don't think once. Well, the first time I watched it.
Yeah. I had to watch this movie maybe 2 or 3 times. I don't even remember, but the first time I watched it, it was just playing in the background because I really thought it was a series.
It's definitely I would say kind of a good background movie if you're just trying to like chill with some friends or like.
If you just want to drink, play video games, and you just want background noise.
Yeah,
that's what I do all the time.
That'll do. Yeah. And I think, let's see, the little flashbacks with like her mom and stuff. Yeah. I thought we don't see much of her mom, but like that was a great way to add some backstory while still influencing the plot going on now and just continue on with Enola's character. And I thought those were great. I think there were so many little things even. That's why I like this movie so much, that like it has so much character and the little like piece it all together. It's just it's pretty good. It's pretty all right. But I'm gonna list off some facts here, unless you've got some more, because that's all the notes I have on Enola.
I think that's it. I already told you what like the whole copyright
so
thing,
just like
that's about it.
I'll read just like 2 or 3 facts off of IMDb. Or Sam Claflin.
They're all in IMDb, so if you're curious and want to see more, just go look in IMDb. But we're gonna say a few.
Sam Claflin, supposed to be older than Cavill. He's 3 years younger.
Yeah.
So that's something.
Weird. I mean, that's interesting.
Yeah. Let me just.
Because Mycroft is supposed to be like the older brother.
Yes. I mean, it's the mustache that sells it.
You just add a mustache.
Yeah, he's like 5 years older.
Yeah, I can see that, you know.
Apparently, Enola and her mother are shown practicing beekeeping, and that's later taken up by Sherlock in probably the books as a beekeeper. He later, in his retirement. So that's.
But this movie isn't, or the book that this is based off, is not canon to the movies.
Well.
You can hop off.
I'm just one more. It was announced in April 2020 that the Netflix acquired the rights to premiere it on their streaming service. So this was supposed to be theatrical. Netflix got this.
Good God.
I think that's probably why I enjoyed it. If it was supposed to be theatrical, I would have gone and seen this.
I really thought this was just going to be a Netflix thing.
I think it's one of the better Netflix movies I've seen in a while.
It's better. Yeah, it's a better Netflix movie. But if this was theatrical, if you're trying to match it with like every other thing, it was pretty bad. It would be pretty bad.
I mean, yeah, sure. But like that's some movies. Ow, my leg.
Fall asleep?
No, it just hurts.
Okay.
Cut that. All right. Yeah, just like if this was in the theaters, like I'd go see it and I enjoy it, and I wouldn't be upset leaving the theater. Like I would, like some movies, like I would have found what I liked in it, and I did even at home. So overall, I thought it was a good movie. Do you want to start off with your rating?
I would probably give this movie a 6.
A 6.
It's just about average. I
mean,
like, it's the same as like.
See, that's interesting because that's what I would give it as well. But we're on different like ends of the spectrum, I guess.
Yeah.
But I would give it a 6 as well because it's not great, but I enjoyed it. Like, it is what it is.
I give it a 6 because it's not as bad as like
Yes.
the ones that we recently watched, like Mulan, Antebellum.
Paul.
It's not as bad as like Mulan and Antebellum.
Yeah.
So I give this one a 6
Well,
because this was.
and I would agree.
Yeah, this.
I'll give it a 6.5 just to show I like it more. But yeah, I would give it a 6.5. That was, I think, it's a pretty good movie. It's probably one of the more entertaining ones we've watched recently. I'd say, yeah, I would say.
I do have a question. Was this movie too long? No, you're probably gonna say no.
Too long? I would think it was getting there. It was it was almost there. Add another 10 minutes, I'd be like, this movie's too long. The fact it was just over 2 hours, I was like, it's not that bad.
Not gonna lie, I was playing my Xbox while I was watching this or playing this in the background. I looked over and I was like, holy shit, this is still going.
That's one thing with a lot of movies. It's easy because it's streaming. Like, I'll watch an hour and then I have to go to work or something, and I'll have a gap in between, and that probably makes for easier viewing for me.
Yeah,
but yeah, I think that's
overall this was an alright movie for me. I'm sure there are people who like this more. I mean,
I think this is maybe it's not exactly our audience. Like I could definitely see some like younger teens just becoming teens definitely enjoying
this. Is definitely like one of those high schooler movies.
Yes.
If you're a nerd and just lonely.
No, this is a good movie. It's on Netflix, got a good cast. Like people like movies, they should watch it.
One thing we didn't touch on is like the feminist stuff though.
I mean, I feel like we touched on it in the beginning.
We sort of did. I do want to also make a note of it. This was one of the better ones for that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what we said, I thought.
Yeah.
Or did we say that off camera?
Sort of.
Well, yeah, I think
we didn't say much about it.
because we mentioned the Avengers stuff.
Oh, that's true.
No, yeah, it's definitely just not down your throat, and it's very like good, and like it gets its point across, and you're like, yes, I agree. Like,
it wasn't like we hate men.
Yes, it wasn't like all men should die.
Yeah, it was mostly like, I don't know. It wasn't pandering.
This had to be set like 1800s, late 1800s. It was just like almost predicting the future and being ahead of the times. Like, oh, women are gonna get the right to vote in like 60 years, but but it's coming. Just wait, Enola, you'll have grandkids.
I do want to say this. I like that the main people for like the ones that will stand against the ones that are with like the feminists, like those people.
Mm-hmm.
I love how they have like terrorist level threats.
Yeah,
because they're planning to blow up England or whatever, or London.
Yeah, that is true. They're like, we gotta blow up the
embankment.
They're just gonna blow up half a street.
I want to see that on the next movie. If they're gonna make a sequel,
yes.
I want to see that. I want Michael Bay to direct.
Yes, Enola running away from a single gunshot while there's sparks flying everywhere. Yeah. But yes, Enola Holmes, directed by Michael Bay. Enola Holmes 2.
Directed by Michael
Yes.
Bay. Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, I think we're going to end that Enola discussion. That's going to be our episode for today. I think that went rather well.
Please like, subscribe, hit the bell icon.
All that good YouTube.
Go to our YouTube channel. Support us. There's also Patreon. And our social stuff is down there.
Instagram, Facebook, all our personal instas down there.
If you want to see Matthew's face, he's on there. If you want to
Yes.
see Jacob's face, he's on there.
So yeah, go down there. Like, comment, subscribe. Supposed to say that a lot. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell.
Comment, subscribe.
You like that.
Call Will a poo-poo head on the comments.
Call me a poo-poo head.
Yeah. If you made it this far.
If you made it this far, call me a poo-poo head.
By letting.
I need. How many poo-poo heads am I gonna get?
Also, remember that we're talking about like if this gets 20 likes, I will like stream.
You will watch. He'll watch the
Conjuring.
Conjurings, and he hates them. So if this gets 20 likes, like it up.
Watch me torture myself.
So yeah, thank you for watching the first named episode of Stream Junkies. We will see y'all next time.
See you on Monday, which is probably the big blockbuster stuff.
Assuming we follow the schedule.
Yep. So that's it.
Thanks for watching.
Bye. You can off now.
Hey,
That's the only F word I said this entire time.
you did do very well. I'm proud.
Holy